Y'all know I live in ATL, Atlanta, hot Atlanta. Been here all my life. Now, Atlanta have the busiest airport in the world. And because we have the busiest airport in the world, you might have to get there about 2.5 hours earlier before your flight just to get through the checkpoints to make sure you can make your flight on time. Now that there's been a government shutdown and TSA is not working, and they're not working because they're not getting paid, and I understand that, but because they're not working, the lines are now, 4 or 5 hours backed up because you might have a few of them coming in working, which is making the lines longer to get through the checkpoint. And because of this, President Trump is saying that he's willing to send in ICE agents to help with the security checks to make sure that people can get through the lines faster and get to their planes on time. Now, Democrats are up in arms about this. They are pissed. They're saying that Trump shouldn't be sending ICE agents to the airports. And the reason that they're in the government shutdown is because they don't want any funding for ICE. But this is the thing. How are you going to stop funding for something that's already been funded? See, the Democrats are playing a game with their voters. The Democrats know that ICE agents have been funded through the Big Beautiful Bill. They have been funded until Trump leaves office. So this government shutdown really has nothing to do with the ICE funding because, again, Democrats know that ICE have been funded already. But this is about the midterms. Let's just keep it 100. This is about the midterms. Democrats know that their voters are going to listen to what they're saying. They're telling them that the government shutdown is because of the ICE funding. It's the government shutdown because we don't want any funding for ICE. But again, that ICE has already been funded. This is about the midterm. This is about Democrats getting their voters upset, mad, just like they did with the food stamps thing. They're getting them upset and mad so they can go out there and vote. They're telling their parties that, the Republicans have the House, the Senate, and the White House, and this government shutdown is on them. They're saying that as if the American citizens don't know about the filibuster. We know what a filibuster is, and we know that this government shutdown lands in the hands of the Democrats. And the reason they are doing this is because it's midterms and they want their base to come out and vote. They want them to be upset and come out and vote. But this is the thing. This shutdown is just not hurting conservatives. It's not hurting Trump supporters. It's not hurting Republicans. It's not hurting people to the right, whatever you want to call them. This is hurting American citizens across the board, regardless of who you voted for. It doesn't matter if you voted for Democrats, Republicans, if you're independent, it's hurting everybody across the board. This little game that the Democrats are playing with the Republicans about this so-called ICE funding, it's a bunch of junk because ICE has already been funded. This is about getting their base upset during the midterm so they can go out and vote. I'm so sick of these politicians, and I told y'all this before, and it don't matter to me what side. Just like I talk about the Democrats, y'all know I talk about the Republicans the same way, because we have to remind them that they work for the American people. They're hurting the American people with these little silly games they're playing, because when American people can't get a paycheck, they can't pay their light bills, they can't pay their water bills, they can't pay their house notes, they can't pay their car notes, they can't put food on the table for their children. So this little games that the Democrats are playing, talking about they're doing this to stop the funding for ICE, is a bunch of bull crap because ICE is already funded. This is about the midterms, and I hope their base understand that when it comes to them getting what they want, they will sacrifice you. I have told y'all this over and over again. Democrats are willing to sacrifice the American people to get what they want. This is not about ICE funding because ICE is already funded. You got to also remember that AOC, Democratic Congresswoman from New York, have said before that we have to keep the government shut down and people have to lose their little jobs just to get what we want and to hurt Trump, then that's what we're going to have to do. And it is what it is.